I'm Songmina. I grew up in the Song Dojang run by my father. 3 years ago, I went on a quest for Soul Edge, known as the Sword of Salvation, to protect my land. My quest went pretty well for a time. But then Huang brought me home. I guess it was wrong of me to run off without telling my father and all. He said I must redo all my training, and forced me back into the rigid life I tried to escape. But the truth is, that was the least of my problems.
Lady Mina! Would you please marry me?
You again? Did my father tell you to do this?
Stop! I'd be a far better husband than you!
If both of you can beat me, I'll think about it. How does that sound?
What? Then count us in too!
Yeah, and us too!
Fine. Just come at me all at once!
I've got this!
You're... off balance!
No wonder hardly anyone showed up today. I was worried that we lost all our students.
That day, I was surprised to see Huang home for the first time in a long while. Oh, Huang's my father's best student, and kind of like a mix between my mentor and my big brother. He was called a hero, and the country entrusted him with finding Soul Edge, the Sword of Salvation. My father also wanted me to marry him.
Really, though, I can't believe you're already old enough to think about marriage.
I'm not! Those guys were just joking because father keeps talking about wanting a son-in-law to take over the Dojang.
Oh, really? I've never heard him talk about that.
Huh? Yeah, I mean, I told him not...
So this is where you've been, Huang. Don't you think it's about time?
Yes, Master. I'm sorry I can't stay longer. Mina, I'm sorry I can't tell you more, but I'm returning to the army. We can protect our homeland with our own hands, even without the Sword of Salvation.
And that was that. Wong re-entered the military, and now continues to fight for his country. Me, on the other hand, they wouldn't allow me to join the army because I'm a woman. But then what am I supposed to do? I too want to protect our homeland. When you said we, Wong, did that include me too?
Mina, that's not up to me. Do you understand what I mean?
So I can't protect our land with you because I'm a woman, or because I'm not strong enough?
Just hurry up and see him off! Silly girl!
Oh, Mina, I was looking all over for you.
Did you come to humiliate me too?
What are you talking about? I'm weak and clumsy, so I respect how strong and bright you always are, Mina.
Then you must be really disappointed in me now.
No, of course not. Hey, I know. How about marrying me?
Wait, what? Ugh. I'll make Wong and Father admit I'm just as capable as them, no matter what it takes. Now that I think about it, Chul Wan was probably just trying to cheer me up. Next time I see him, I must be nicer. If there ever is a next time. At that moment, I was just so shaken I couldn't think straight. Ivy, that swordswoman who was also searching for Soul Edge. She was cool, collected, and so mature. She treated me like a child, so I lost my temper and challenged her. No! I'm not done yet!
More fighting will only end in the same result. You're too weak. Farewell.
Hey! Get back here!
Well, that was riveting. Thanks for the entertainment. But that should teach you not to pick fights with people like that again. I'm sure you'll get a lot stronger in the future. You're still young, after all.
Hey! Don't treat me like a child! I'll never lose! So obvious!
Didn't I just tell you to think more carefully about who you pick a fight with?
You also said I could get stronger. Can you teach me how to fight? We can use clubs or whatever, I don't care. That was the first time I met Kong Shu Chung, my master. I needed to get stronger if I wanted to find Soul Edge. So, I focused all my energies on forcing him to become my teacher.
That's it! Looks like you're getting the hang of it.
Well, yeah, because you finally started teaching me for real.
I'm just giving you a simplified version, you know? Ugh. So, wanna spar again today?
Yeah, I'm tired of losing to a drunk.
Battle 1. Fight!
You're gonna pay now! I've no plans to! Lose! Learned your lesson. Hiya! Taya! Where are you going? Hiya! Say ya! Hiya! Taya!
Not yet! You wretch! How useless!
No hesitation!
Battle 2. Fight! I want
Too slow! Hiya! Now, time to go wild! Where you going? You lost!
How useless! Take this!
Taya!
Not yet! Battle 3. Fight! Weakly! This is it!
Taya!
Go now! This is it! Not again!
You lost!
Not yet! Perfect! How useless! My. I can't believe you made this much progress in just 1 year. Guess I'll go buy some booze so we can celebrate your victory.
More drinking? Your body will give out one of these days.
You always nag me about that. What are you, my daughter?
My father's far more hardworking and accomplished than you. Aren't your family worried about you? Perhaps a wife or a daughter? After all, I often hear you mumbling in your sleep. You're our treasure, Xianglen. Stuff like that.
Huh? You've been hearing things. Now get back to your training.
Fine, fine. Off you go. But Master never came back. I've no right to teach you proper rod techniques. You need to carve your own fate. That was all he left me, scrawled in a note. I can't believe he kept me waiting all night. It made me pretty mad. After that, I traveled about, exploring ruins and underground labyrinths, ever in search of Soul Edge. My travels went well, but memories of everyone back home kept resurfacing in my mind. I was sure Father and Huang must have been worried about me. And I was worried whether my homeland had been invaded by lands to the east. When you said we, Huang, did that include me too?
Mina, that's not up to me. Do you understand what I mean?
What was Huang trying to tell me back then?
Traveler! Help! My family!
Are you okay? Such terrible wounds.
Take this.
What is this thing?
Ring out!
I carried the man to the nearest oasis village, but he didn't make it. What he had handed me was an illustrated map and a metal plate with a snake crest carved upon it. As soon as I showed them to the villagers, I could see the color drain from their faces.
Oh, Feegle Sestimus. I knew it had to be those demons.
I suppose there's nothing we can do then.
But a bunch of people were kidnapped! Don't you want to save your families?
Of course, but we can't fight them. You should leave here at once, while you still can.
We don't want to get outsiders involved, especially a young girl like you.
What? You'd think I'd be useless?
That's not it. It's merely what you intend to do is not what we would desire.
I don't care. I'm tired of feeling as if I need someone's approval to rescue those dear to me. I'm going to save all of you. And my homeland, too.
She's gone.
Where is that girl heading?
Who are you?
Followed the map to a vast underground temple. I managed to sneak in, but the unsettling atmosphere and weird smell quickly got to me. There were a lot of creepy instruments strewn around the place, but the creepiest thing of all was... What's this huge container for? Ugh, it's all loopy. It reminds me of that monster. These are the villagers. They're still alive. What a relief. Are those lizards in there? There you are.
Hey.
You showed no hesitation when faced with our chimeras. You're not from the village, are you?
You threatened the villagers, didn't you?
What a rude accusation. They simply know the truth, that's all. They know these chimeras were once their family members.
What? No! You mean
We need the finest ingredients to make the finest chimeras. That settlement is our lab, and the bait we use to catch traveling warriors.
That's why they didn't want me to get involved.
What? Weren't you prepared to fight? So be it. I have many uses for a fine female warrior like you.
Yes. I didn't understand what it really meant to fight. All I could think about was protecting my homeland and proving myself. At long last, I realized what a child I'd been. But it was too late.
What are you doing? Writing your will? Sorry, but you're not going to die just yet. The High Priest has taken an interest in you. You'll be heading off to our headquarters, along with this fellow. This is the girl I spoke of earlier, sir.
I thought you were going to save your homeland.
Huh? That voice.
I shall vanquish the evils of the ages.
What are you doing?
The villagers told me how to get here.
Those maggots! Neither of you will leave here alive!
You sure about that?
Yeah! We're gonna fight too! We need to save her!
The words of those who truly love their country possess a power that spurs others to action. Those who can move people's souls are what you call heroes.
I don't care what sort of damage it causes. Unleash our latest experimental chimera!
Mina, can you fight? You should finish this with your own hands.
Okay. I will never lose! I swore I'd protect my country! You're gonna pay now! I shall vanquish the evils of the ages!
Not yet!
Where are you going? Did I win?
Mina!
Mom?
Well done, Mina. It's not up to me whether we includes you. Now do you understand what I meant?
Yeah.
Now, let's go home. It's time to take a break from searching for Soul Edge. We can protect our homeland with our own hands, even without the Sword of Salvation. Can we not?
Yeah! Hey, Huang. What happened to your job with the Navy?
Recently, I realized something very important.
Really? But you're so much older than me. I know. This is embarrassing, so give me a piggyback ride like you used to do.
I thought you said you hated piggyback rides because they were too childish.
The names of the warriors whose fates were bound to the two swords have been etched into the very fibers of history. Darkness envelops the moonless night. One man's blade flashes like lightning, his spirit a raging storm. From the shadows, he cuts through the darkness.
All right. Everything looks good here. I am bored to tears out.
Sorry. I just need you to take a little nap. Concealment talisman's damaged. Was there a magical barrier? Well, it got me this far. The talisman indicates I'm close. Now's my chance.
Lord Gabak, our country needs you!
Bring us the Sword of Salvation and free our people!
Beloved compatriots of the Society of Salvation, as you are no doubt aware, our homeland is in great peril. Only we Westerners and the Society of Salvation can save it. Fortunately, I know where Soul Edge, the Sword of Salvation, lies.
Oh? Then that means...
The day we attain this great power is close at hand, but your assistance is needed. I, Juan Gabak, solemnly swear to make your dreams of salvation a reality. Now pray to the medium to lend us your strength.
Spare nothing for the glory of our nation!
What is this light?
My body, it's burning! Must kill!
What's going on?
Help!
Good! Good! Now go forth and kill! Harvest more souls for the fragments of Soul Edge. All who remain able-bodied shall help save this land. Kill, and kill some more! Cleanse this land of filth!
You sure do love a spectacle. What will you do if a high-ranking Westerner catches wind of this?
Relax. My magic is keeping us hidden. No one will find us here. Though it would seem someone has found us. Who's there? Oh, it's only you. You hardly qualify as high-ranking. But, threat or not, you won't leave this place alive. Prepare to die.
Guess I have to fight. Looks like I'm late. But I won't let you harm anyone else. Come by, burn! If only I had gotten here sooner.
So, you can wield talismans as well as you can a sword. You're either working for a monk or are one yourself. No matter, your talisman magic is no match for the great Gabak. Flash of flame, scorching land, howling inferno at my command. Manifest and come to my aid!
His spells are powerful, but I can handle them.
Now, with my conflagration spell keeping you at bay, it's time...
Roaring wind!
Ah! It burns! Why, you...
Gotcha. Farewell.
He was good. I see now it was the fragments he was after.
Shame on you, Sword of Cursed Flames. You know I can't fight well here.
Apologies, Princess. Things will go more smoothly next time. At least they should.
It's fine. I must admit I'm enjoying myself.
I've returned, Royal Inspector.
There's no need for titles. I've been retired for some time now. Please, call me Su Hyun. So, how did it go?
I wrapped the fragments in talismans as you instructed. There are 3 in total. With these, I believe I have atoned for my past.
Indeed, fine work. I will excise these fragments and prepare them for the Mirror of Evil's bane in these ruins. And the talismans I provided you were useful?
Very. They'll no doubt help me contend with those fiends.
I see. Then it may finally be time for you to venture west. Here, take these new talismans. I'm afraid there aren't many. I am no expert in talisman magic, so imbuing them with profound power is bone-breaking work. Even the convenient ones take time to prepare.
Thank you very much. I'll put these to good use.
Do not use them with reckless abandon, particularly the Talisman of Iron Will. That talisman temporarily affords you a great deal of power, but the stronger the adept, the more it takes. Given your skills, it will no doubt drain you of your life. You would do well to remember that, Hwang Song-gyong. After all, you have already died once before.
I haven't been back to Jiri-san in some time now. Was it here they wanted me to wait? It was also many moons ago that I brought Mina here, to Master. I wonder if she's still as scrappy as she's always been.
Well, if it isn't the esteemed Sir Hwang Song-gyong. And for whom might you be waiting?
Oh, I was told to wait here for... Mina, you sounded like a completely different person.
Caught you off guard, huh? You wouldn't be the first to act so surprised. Come on, we can catch up while we walk.
So, I guess you've been keeping up with your studies?
That's right. I've been going over the 4 books and 5 classics again. I never used to like that stuff, but it really got me thinking. I should really treat my father with more respect. I've caused him a lot of trouble.
I never thought I'd hear you, of all people, say something like that.
Hey! What's that supposed to mean? I also figure if I start buckling down more, maybe my father will turn a blind eye when I need him to.
There's the Mina I remember.
There's the Dojang. Okay, I should probably put my formal airs back on. Hey, that reminds me. Remember Yun Song? He's come a long way.
Thank you for taking the time to see me, Master.
No need to thank me. I very much enjoy these periodic visits. Thank you, Mina, for escorting Huang here. Now then.
I'll prepare a cup of the citron tea you're so fond of. With that, I leave you two to your conversation.
Huang, I must thank you for all that you've done for Mina. It seems that second trip away from home has changed her for the better. I have you to thank for that.
Actually, the second journey might have done us both a world of good.
Many suitors have visited us, asking for Mina's hand in marriage. As her father, well, we haven't time for that today. Please, tell me more about what troubles you.
Thank you. I wanted to talk to you about the Sword of Salvation, Soul Edge.
Huang's mind reeled as he thought back on his second journey. Much of the information he risked his life to gather centered around one sword. Those seeking longevity call it the key to eternal youth. Those craving wealth know it as the treasure of kings. And to those defending their homeland, it is the Sword of Salvation.
The veracity of this information, however, is unclear.
What are you suggesting, Huang? No. Say no more.
Master, do you think the Soul Edge might actually be the Sword of Salvation?
I now see what has you so troubled. You are aware of the power struggle between Easterners and Westerners, yes?
I am. Rumors of the Sword of Salvation spread among the Westerners, but Easterners have rejected it.
Indeed. Many Westerners are fervently searching for Soul Edge as we speak. They were the ones who suggested His Majesty's search for it.
And I was among those tasked with seeking it out.
We of the Song Dojang have chosen not to take sides, allowing us to remain independent and unaffected by such political squabbles. But given that my friend and your compatriot Yi Sun-shin is an Easterner, we may soon find ourselves embroiled in this dangerous struggle.
No doubt my misgivings about the Sword of Salvation will draw attention as well.
The fighting has only worsened in recent years. Chong Chol, the leader of the Westerners, would purge all in his way if given the chance.
This is no time to start a civil war.
You have always been selfless, keen to serve others. But now is not the time to throw caution to the wind.
But we can't let this conflict consume our homeland. I have to...
Huang, you must learn to do what's best for yourself. If Mina is capable of such change, then so are you.
I'm sorry to put you through this, Mina.
The citron tea's gotten cold. I brought Father some, but maybe I'll just drink this one myself. Forgive me, Wong. I couldn't help it over here.
It's okay. Perhaps I do need to change.
Well, I think you'll be fine either way. But if you ask me, you shouldn't change to fit someone else's idea of you. I mean, people change if and when they feel it's necessary. That's the one thing I didn't learn from you.
Mina,
Oh, here! I brought some yakwa. Try some.
Thanks. It's sweet. Very soft.
I know, right? I made them myself. All that talk of Westerners got me thinking. Do you know anything about the Society of Salvation?
No, I can't say that I do.
When a Westerner named Juan Gabak tried to sweet-talk me, he mentioned something about knowing how to make full use of the Soul Edge.
Juan Gabak told Mina that the Society of Salvation formed in just the past year. It's comprised primarily of young Westerners. It seems the Society possesses jewels connected to the Sword of Salvation. Rumor has it, a medium channels the jewel's power to aid followers in their quest for the sword. For what purposes the Society wields this power, or how they intend to use the Sword of Salvation, remains a mystery to those outside their ranks.
Juan Gabak, huh? Sometimes I forget Mina isn't a child anymore. Men are courting her now. That Society of Salvation you mentioned sounds a lot like a group called the Qualifiers I ran into once. They were undone by their own nefarious ways, but the Society's plans are yet in motion. Who's there?
You're Song-Gyung Huang, aren't you? I am called Oct. Pleasure to meet you.
What is a child like you doing out alone at this hour?
Worried about me, are you? That's cute. 1 week from today, the Society of Salvation will gather in the royal capital. A national hero like you would be more than welcome to attend.
Is this some sort of trap? Probably worth a look, even if it is. So this is what a gathering looks like. A crowd this big should keep me hidden.
Look! It's Lord Gabak!
Shh! He's about to speak!
Beloved compatriots of the Society of Salvation, thank you for meeting in such troubling times. Rest assured that we Westerners and the Society at large remain undaunted. For the Sword of Salvation would ensure we emerge from this crisis victorious.
So that's one Gabak. He doesn't act like a typical government official.
And to that end, we have a very special guest. Someone you all know well. I am, of course, speaking of the hero who traveled the world and back twice in search of Soul Edge. Hwang Song-kyung!
What?
It seems the young warrior is hiding. Perhaps he doesn't do well in front of crowds. Fear not. Our medium will divine his location with these jewels. A task far simpler than finding the Sword of Salvation.
That's the child I saw earlier. What's going on here?
There you are. I have you.
What the?
I feel weak.
What is this?
Behold, a simple feat. Here you are standing before us. However, roaring skies, trembling soil, wailing souls on this mortal coil, manifest and come to my aid. Not standing anymore, are you? A pleasure to meet you, Hwang Song-kyung. I am Gabak, Sword of Cursed Flames. But soon you'll have no need to remember that.
Curse you. What have you done to these people?
I've used the fragments of Soul Edge to absorb their souls. Just as you predicted, that sword houses an incredible evil.
I'm going to put a stop to you.
You're too late. But don't worry, I need you alive. You're going to murder high-ranking members of the Westerner faction. Then we'll blame the Easterners, and everyone will be purged. Heroes, officials, the military, all who stand in our way.
You're insane if you think I'd do that.
Oh, you will do it. Once the seed of evil I've planted in you blooms, you'll become my own personal assassin.
What's happening? I'm losing control.
Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. I'll have you kill that arrogant girl as well. I couldn't eat for a week after the blow she dealt me.
Me? Nah.
Yes, that's her. She dared to deceive me, you see.
She hasn't changed after all. Well, if I have to change, then I'm doing it on my own terms!
Turned his blade on himself, did he? Well, heroes certainly know how to die in style, don't they? Now, to reduce this place to ashes and make our escape.
Where am I?
It's only natural you still ache. After 3 months of healing, you still haven't fully recovered.
3 months?
Your wounds were nearly fatal. It's a miracle you've recovered this quickly. Thanks go to your parents for giving you such a strong constitution. But now is not the time for rest. You must learn to master talismans and the basics of Taoist magic.
Master spells?
Correct. You'll be contending with otherworldly entities like Gabok. Using ordinary techniques will only end in your defeat.
Do you know him? Gabok?
Of course. He brings our clan great shame and must be stopped at all costs. We share a common goal, you and I. Allow me to formally introduce myself. I am Wan Su-hyun, former secret royal inspector. Follow me. I am unable to leave the country. You will travel the world in my stead, in search of the Soul Edge fragments. It is your duty, as it was you who brought part of Soul Edge to this land.
Su-hyun regaled Huang with tales of exploits, Taoist methodology, and talismans. He learned that Soul Edge is a cursed blade, often called the Sword of Destruction. It feeds on the souls of men. Now shattered, its fragments were scattered the world over. What few Huang recovered fell back into Gabok's hands. Gabok intended to plunge Korea into chaos, using the power of the fragments, then gather as many souls as he could to complete Soul Edge.
I see. I had no idea I brought such calamity to our land.
You're not to blame. The fragments are practically powerless on their own, but the Society of Salvation knows how to make proper use of Soul Edge. That said, the deeds accomplished on your journey were actually a great help to me.
They were?
Indeed. One of the travelers you helped is a most valuable ally of mine. Perhaps you don't remember?
After months of rigorous training, Su-hyun declares Huang's preparation complete. But the elderly monk took note of one last obstacle. The seed of evil planted in Huang's body. Should he come in contact with an evil aura strong enough, the seed would consume him.
The key to this final hurdle is the Mirror of Evil's Bane, found here in the ruins of Motian Pass. It is one of many reasons I am duty-bound to this land. You should, under the right conditions, be able to make use of its purifying power.
So that's why you've been protecting these ruins.
Indeed, they must never fall into the hands of Gabok and his ilk. At any rate, I only know what I've been told of the mirror, so I do not know precisely how it works. Still, if you gather enough fragments, you should be able to purge the evil from your body. However, you do not yet have the power to rid yourself of the seed. Here, take this talisman.
What is it?
It is a talisman of iron will. It drains some of your life to afford you immense strength for a short time. Evil can do you no harm while it is active. The stronger the adept, the more life it drains. If Gabak discovers this, I'm afraid you won't be able to defeat him. Fortunately for you, he thinks you are dead. It is for this reason that you must now fight as a faceless, nameless warrior.
You're right. I did indeed die back then. The man known as Huang Songyang is gone.
Does this trouble you?
No. I'm more focused than ever on the task at hand. My only concern is worrying those at the Songdojang. All the more reason to gather the Soul Edge fragments as quickly as possible.
Indeed. An ally of mine dwells where you are headed. Seek their aid should you need it.
Thank you, Suhyun. I'm off. This is the place.
Oh, you look like a traveler. We got everything you might need. Drinks, provisions, souvenirs, the works.
These merchants have a secret phrase I learned on my previous journey. Has the Silver Maiden returned from the valley?
She hunted a rare beast not long ago. Care to take a closer look?
Yeah, I do.
Down the stairs in the back.
To think that Feegle Sestimus would hide one of their temples underneath a quiet town like this. It's not as big as the last one, but to build a place this size underground. It's leading me further in. Here we are. The evil in it leaves no doubt. That burning smell. Is that smoke?
Intruders! Of all heretics have set fire to the temple!
Of all? Is that yet another group?
Ha! I will cut you down!
I thought my diversion would work, but it seems not all of you are fools.
So it was you who lit that fire. Didn't you think of the danger to those in the town above?
I've no obligation to explain my actions to you. That fragment of Soul Edge is mine.
That won't happen twice.
I see that you are quite a skilled opponent.
You say that, but you haven't yet used your spear. I feel insulted.
I feel the need to ask. Are you one of these mad cultists?
If you want to know, why not ask those guys?
Of course. A wise idea.
How did this happen?
Foolish intruders. There's nowhere to run.
Does that answer your question?
My apologies for doubting you. How about I cook you dinner to make up for it?
Sounds fun, but let me think about it. First things first.
Indeed. Let's cut our way free.
Lord Wilhelm, Sir Huang, that was a beautiful diversion. Thanks to you, we were able to learn a great deal about their temple. We'd greatly appreciate it if you could assist us like this again.
No, thank you. That information you gave me has been a lifesaver. I never thought I would be addressed by name this far from home.
Su Hyun has long been an ally of ours. Rest assured, your secret is safe.
You'll continue to work on a cure and gather information on Lord Grow, then?
Of course, we're keeping Lord Dion and Lady Natalie of the 12 abreast of the situation as well. Lord Dion will soon be joining our chapter here. Would you care to meet him, Sir Huang?
You would let someone of my stature meet a high-ranking member so easily?
Of course. You've proven most helpful to the Aval organization.
And how is that?
I'm sure Lord Dion would gladly answer that question.
Understood. Once I've finished my investigation, I'll make my way back.
Do you really intend to go to Ostransburg? It is suicide to head there alone right now.
I do. I need to examine the traces of the catastrophe that Soul Edge brought to this world.
Then you would do well to stop by Wolf Krone on your way. With a letter from me, you will be shown a royal welcome at the palace.
Thanks for the offer, but I don't want to impose. Speaking of which, that Google Hoof, was it? It was great. You're a pretty good cook.
I'm glad you liked it, and that you have a sweet tooth.
Yeah, Mina always... that. It is thanks to a friend.
Hmm? Who is this friend? I won't pry if you don't wish to tell, but I am curious.
It's hard to explain. She's my master's daughter, and, well... How do I really feel about Mina? She's like a sister to me. But is that all?
Ah, she must be very important to you. All the more reason not to die.
Yeah. Thanks for the warning. I sure hope Mina's safe. Ostransburg Castle. I must be close. This evil aura is overwhelming. If I venture any closer, it may trigger the seed of evil inside me. Who's there? Show yourself.
My name is Siegfried Stauffen. Once I... never mind. There's no time for introductions. If you're making for Ostreinsberg Castle, I have a favor to ask.
That giant sword on his back. He must be one skilled fighter. If it's important, I'll hear you out.
Thank you. There are people held prisoner inside the castle. I want you to save them. Take this map. It shows a secret passage into the underground dungeon.
I'll believe you. What are you going to do?
I need to go. Somewhere far away.
I won't inquire further. I have no choice but to use a talisman of iron will. I have to hurry, before the talisman takes its toll. Stay quiet and move quickly. Follow the right corridor until you see a hole leading out.
You have our thanks!
You too. Hurry and escape.
I can't. They tortured me. I can't move my legs.
Those brutal monsters. Here, grab onto my back.
That's enough of that now. What do you think you're doing with the fodder?
So, you're the wicked fiend who tortured and imprisoned these people. I recognize him. We fought once long ago. To think he was one of the cursed sword's thralls. Let me ask, what are you planning to do with them?
We're refining their spirits. We need a great number of special souls if we are to resurrect our king. Sadly, souls never seem to ripen enough naturally for our purposes. That's why we're applying a little bit of pressure. Hatred, pain, pleasure, hunger, and so on. Which trials will produce the most scrumptious souls? Alas, we've still not found an answer. That is why we cannot have our subjects escape.
You certainly like to talk about your vile misdeeds, you twisted snake.
Vile? I treat them with more courtesy than they'd get from pillaging mercenaries or pathetic mindless malfested. But I doubt you will ever understand.
Battle 1. Fight!
Give up! Prepare to die! Desolation!
Battle 2. Fight! I remember well your skill and your strength, Sir Huang Song.
So my memory was right. I'm disappointed, Johann Führer.
Give up! Victory will be mine! Predictable! My soul burns with purpose!
Battle 3. Fight! I knew you were exceptional.
I have the advantage! You're mine!
How wonderful. Not only your skill, but also that delightful darkness lurking in your heart.
Darkness lurking in my heart?
Everyone has a great darkness inside them, and sometimes it wears a mask of justice. However, people like you are incapable of noticing it on your own. Fortunately, our king can open that shadowy door for you.
This king you speak of, is he Soul Edge's new bearer?
The Azure Knight was once defeated and once reborn. Did you not meet him yourself mere hours ago?
I met this Azure Knight? He couldn't mean that man.
Our king is a bit of a capricious sort. He sometimes leaves to wander and roam. But soon that naughty habit will be rightfully repressed. It's a mere passing fit, after all. Now, enough idle chatter. You are the victor, so you may take your prize. This castle is a vile den of malfested. I would recommend you hurry out. You would do well to protect those who have already fled. Otherwise, they may just be hunted down by those mindless malfested roaming about.
You dirty.
We'll happily await your return, great hero of justice, Huang Songyeong.
How do you feel? Can you move?
Not well, but I think I can walk. I am your country's enemy. Why do you provide me aid?
War is but a clash of competing values. Friend and foe can change at any moment. But this is no battlefield, so you are merely another in need.
You're too soft. I appreciate your kindness, though.
The talisman's effect has worn off. This strain is far worse than the last. What matters most, though, is ensuring my survival remains a secret.
Father, do you have a moment?
Oh, Mina. What is it, my child?
Well, I was wondering if there was any news about Huang?
No. I'm afraid I haven't heard anything. The investigation of the Society of Salvation in Wan Gabak is progressing slowly. Rather, it's proving extraordinarily difficult. The leader of the Westerners, Chung Chol's appointment to Right State Councilor has altered the power dynamic in the court, stoking fear.
Oh, I see.
I was such a fool for telling Huang he had to change. The boy's parents died when he was just a child. Do what is right. Help those in need and never lose heart. His parents' creed shaped the man he's become. I knew that. And yet I still told him what I did.
Father, that's all in the past. There's no point in worrying about it now. Huang's alive. I know he is. If you really want to tell him how you feel, you can do so when you see him next, right?
Indeed. How right you are, my child.
Huang's alive?
So it seems. I heard it was Great Blade who ran into him.
Well, if that old-timer said he met him, then it must be true. Oh, to make such an embarrassing mistake after all this progress, I'm so disappointed in myself.
Don't be so hard on yourself, you're doing well enough. You've empowered Westerner leaders, invented a convincing story about Easterner rebellion, purged our rivals.
My. To what do I owe the honor of all this praise, Princess?
I have to say I find your annoying tendencies quite endearing.
Now, is that sarcasm I detect?
Why would you say that? I happen to think very highly of you. Fierce Sword of the Inquisitor doesn't make for much fun. You, however, do.
I know, right? Let's continue to make things interesting then, shall we? If Huang Songyang is alive, how about we label the Song Dozhang a band of rebels and have them purged as well? Maybe proof of Easterner ties will be discovered at their Dozhang.
stands in your way. Battle one. Fight!
Think again!
Battle 2. Fight!
My turn! Here it comes! I won't die! I won't die!
You okay? This is it! This is it!
again! I won't lose!
Your soul surges in your body.
Back off! Think again! You're mine! It's all over! Come on! My turn. Here it comes. I won't die.
Battle 1. Fight!
Back off! Bastard! My turn! Here it comes! I won't die! I won't die!
Battle 2. Fight!
Think again! I won't lose! It's all over! My turn! Here it comes! I won't die! I won't die! Easy! You're mine!
KO! Final battle. Fight!
Back off! It's over!
The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.
Battle 1. Fight!
Back off! Think again! I won't lose! It's all over!
Battle 2. Fight!
Like that! It's all over! My turn!
Fight!
Come on! Bastard!
It's all over.
Come on!
I won't lose. My turn. Here it comes. I won't die.
KO! Stands in your way.
Come on! Easy! Like that! Give up! Think again! My turn! Damn you! You're mine! That's how it's done!
No! The soul of a warrior now lays here to rest.